You
Escape.
have escapade. You escaped. Yeah. Is that how you say it? Escaped?
Must be.
Escapade.
The escaped.
I think it's dynamite.
No, don't say that.
Dynamite.
Don't like that, Nick. Alright.
You love it.
You come out of the cave only to be greeted by 50 soldiers.
Man, what do you want?
Soldiers. Hello, 50 soldiers.
Alright, so you see a large group of about 50 soldiers. There's a few different types, mainly the majority of them are elves. There's a few humans and a few orcs, and a few of you would know about the Taurans, which is a giant race that live here, and there's 3 of those, and they're like giants that have horns coming out of their head.
Oh, my goodness.
So dwarves, elves, and taurans.
Torrents, like Warcraft Torrents? Or some other kind of...
I don't know. I haven't played Warcraft. The Taurans are like the giant people. So they're the giants with horns.
So then
Pretty much minotaurs.
More like Kunari from
Yeah, Canary, I get it. Yep.
from Dragon Age.
more like Urgles.
More to the point.
Yeah,
Like people
Urgles.
with
Yeah,
horns and fur.
Urgles is
So
good.
cool.
Yeah, I get it.
Actually, I was taking the giants from Bannerlord, but whatever.
Yeah, they're like
No.
Yeah, Harkon, like, all
on.
exhausted.
You see a woman that's standing at the front of this small army, and she's got 8 floating swords around her. They look all exactly the same.
Hi, Urza.
Yeah, as a Narnia, didn't realise this was fairy tale.
Yeah, and she's got like a white cloth covering her eyes, so she can't see. She's wearing plate mail and has a white cape with a black bird on the back.
Oh no. More Calvarans.
Standing next to her.
I put on my cape. I put on my Calvara cape.
Standing next to her is a set of armor that doesn't seem to have anybody in it, but you can see there's definitely fire inside of it.
There's what inside of it?
Fire.
Fire. Oh,
Yep.
So it's not fairy tale. It's Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
Harkon all exhausted.
Hold on. And besides that one stands this large, pale white creature. It's about as tall as the Taurans, which are about double, or about like 1.5, like the height of a human.
It's a Yeti.
Yeah, and the large pale creature's got like, it's got like an exoskeleton like an insect, and it's got 4 arms, and the 2 higher arms are like praying mantis claws,
Awesome.
and the 2 lower ones are just like normal big hands, and instead of having feet, it has hooves like a horse, and its head is made up of like kind of like this hard shell, and then it has these little beady black eyes, and its mouth has just got tentacles covering it.
Honestly, this description sounds like something out of Revelations.
Well, maybe
It's
I was
got
inspired.
It's got the head of a leopard and the head of a
Yeah.
dragon.
And upon the 10 horns is 10 crowns.
Oh, it's also got a tail.
Eight swords, all similar.
It's got a
It's
tail
got 10 names.
as well with a barb on the end of it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, wasn't expecting this.
And what's on the barb?
A barb. Another
Enough
barb.
descriptions.
Double barbs.
Yes, Harkon is doing something.
Shannon, you just want me to use the magic ring.
Do
You
I?
just want me to use the ring. I'm I'm sure. of
No
it.
one's making you use any magic ring, Nick.
Archon, really exhausted from spinning heaps far, and how fighting and Samsoning and stuff. He's panting. What do you want? We just ran with hundreds, thousands of goblins. He's just panting, and just really annoyed.
What's that?
Panting,
I'm
shut
just wearing my Calvara cape.
Yeah, so the woman with the 8 swords
With my red
around
scarf,
her
like,
steps forward and says, "You're going to be coming with us. We know you've been seeking out the stones. We're going to take you to
how do you know
Calvara,
that?
where you'll most likely be executed. If you do not come
Yeah,
willingly,
take these guys away.
if you do not come willingly, you'll end up like this trader." And they bring forth the barman from the hairy meatballs.
Oh. No!
Yeah, they bring him
No,
forth,
no,
and he's
no.
got his hands tied behind his back, and someone
What
kicks
has he
him.
done to warrant this?
Someone kicks him down onto his knees. This man has decided that he wants to keep a slave.
He doesn't have a slave.
Yeah, we freed her.
Yeah, he looks up at you guys, and he's like, now he knows that it was you, but he's obviously got other things on his mind. There are a few things that will not be tolerated, and slavery is one of them. And then one of our swords goes down to his throat and just cuts straight along it.
Then I'll just speak up and be like, then shouldn't you reward those that free slaves? Such as the one that you were talking about?
We're not going to reward anybody that follows the Siltoran king.
It was the
I do
Siltoran
not
King.
follow the Sultoran King.
Oh, he's the bastard.
You have to
Yeah.
stay.
I'm like, I despise the Siltoran King.
We will go with you.
Of course you will.
There are dwarfs in there, aren't there?
No, actually, there's not.
I thought you said there were.
No, there's everything but dwarves, actually. There's, like, majority is elves, and then there's probably 10 or 12, like, humans, and then the same again of orcs. And then they have the 3 Taurens. Which,
Would
easy
they
to
know
see.
about the Dwarf King and his ring and stuff like that?
Oh, I guess, like, everybody's probably got a... You know, it's like a fairy tale or myth type thing, so everybody's probably heard about it, but nobody doesn't believe it or whatever. Yeah, the girl with the blade sees them, and a few of them step forward to grab you guys. Do you resist?
No, Harkin goes with. Doesn't resist.
Yeah, so they just put, like, shackles around your wrists. Totem, Chardwa, seeing this, is getting a bit distressed. Do you do anything to settle her down?
Sorry, muted.
Settle him down.
Settle hit down.
Yeah, settle it down.
Yes, just sort of a pat and a it's okay and a that kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm very aware that I can shapeshift or break out of any manacles they put on me.
Mm-hmm.
Or so you think.
Yeah, so they slap the shackles on all of you if you let them.
Not me, because I've got the Kavaran cape. And I'm like, yeah, lock these guys up.
No, they don't fall for that one, Bray.
Wouldn't they realize
Why
that he
not?
stole
How do they even know
something
what I
like
look
that?
like?
Oh, they know.
How do they know?
Alright, so they begin like.
GM
I
magic.
grab my lapis.
Oh, you grab your lapis.
Don't
Yeah.
flipping get it out.
I'm just gonna touch it.
With what? Your hands are behind your back.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not manacled yet.
Okay. Yeah, so you slip your hand inside your shirt and touch it. First thing that you notice is that there's no evil presence. Like, these people must think they're doing the right thing, otherwise they would have an evil aura around them.
They're not being like controlled from the outside.
No.
Honestly, I haven't actually seen any evidence that these people need overthrowing.
Yep.
Need a what?
I'm not sure that these people are the bad guys.
Well, yeah, I've already come to the conclusion that the Siltorian king is evil, and
Yeah.
Yep.
anyone that serves him is evil as well.
Well, you know that we're doing this. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so you just detect that there's no like evil presence over them.
Alright.
Though,
I'll
You-
go along for now.
yeah, you definitely get the feeling that the three that were at the front are definitely Kelvara's children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you
What?
start marching. They head back down to Matter, where you see that the Hairy Meatballs Inn has been burned to the ground.
Super.
Oh,
You also
It's the
see
best meatballs in town.
a cross out the front of the inn.
Come on, that's a bit tasteless, isn't it?
Mm.
With a person
I missed that
hanging
bit.
off of it without a head. The person's wearing plate mail with these blue.
Is it Gawain?
Yeah, it's Gawain.
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah, you see that they've nailed like at his feet the words traitor.
It's glorious.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
classic.
I think
He was actually a trader.
Bray, you noticed that the ring is on his finger with
Oh,
the
good. Emerald in it.
with the emerald in it.
We're gonna want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you try and step out of line
you
to
don't
get
know
it,
this.
or does anybody try and
Do I
get
do
it?
what? Sorry?
Do you like step out of line to
Uh,
get it or anything?
Oh,
So we've all noticed it.
yeah. I'll like fake stumble and try and just like bump into him or something.
On the cross.
Yeah, I don't think
Uh.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that.
So we've all noticed it.
Well, I'm not going to draw attention to it.
Yeah,
Not
You
you.
would- you would
No,
all
I'm
probably-
Try and grab it.
you would know that like he had the ring on him, so if you're thinking about like trying to get it back, you would probably notice that it is on his hand. So Bray, you're trying to like trip over and get it or something somehow.
Well, if I'm like close, but if it's like way out of the way, I'm not going to do it.
Like you're walking past it, but because it's like, you know, he's up on the cross and you've got your hands behind your back, like I'm not sure that you'll be able to.
So
Get
yeah,
it.
Harkon's definitely seen the ring.
So Bray,
Harkon's like sort of sighs as he walks past and goes, "So you're all looking for these artifacts as well, these rings and trinkets."
What are you talking about?
That's what we've been hunting for. The supposed glorious mission that was so holy.
I just nudge Vivian and say, "Remind me never to tell this guy any secrets."
So yeah, the woman with the swords walks up to you and she says, "Are you talking about your friend here?"
Yes, I thought you might have missed something. There is a ring on him. You might be looking for it.
I left it on there, just to see if it was the right one. Turns out it
Was it?
was. Yeah, like one of her swords rises up and like just lops off his fingers, and she picks it up off of the ground. She picks it up and she says, "It's very strange, you know. Such a powerful stone. You just put it in such an insignificant object such as a ring."
Let me ask you something. Do you know about the Dwarven King and his ring to grant wishes?
Yes, we all know about that fairy tale.
What if I were to tell you that it wasn't a fairy tale?
Then I'd tell you to fall back in line and continue marching.
When you searched me, you would have seen a Dwarven book, yes?
Yes.
That was the journal of the late king, and I am able to read it.
So you're telling me that there's some ring that you can make wishes on, and that you're the only one that can tell me this?
The only problem with the ring is that it doesn't grant wishes the way you want it to. And the current king of, what's douchebag king? He's trying to get a hold of this ring for himself.
Is he now?
Yes.
Hmm.
That is something I want to stop at all costs.
I've questioned the motives of this king, why I was helping those in his stead.
Oh, I'm not done. Hold on.
Just jumping in.
Yeah, I am going to tell her everything I learnt in the book about what the king did to the Dwarven King and how he did burnt all his people and everything.
Yeah, she knows all of that, and she stops you, and she's just like, "I don't believe in this wishing ring. To have such a power to grant wishes, there is no way that you could imbue it onto such a tiny object as a ring." And then yeah, she just she points up at Gwain's dead body and says, "Fall back in line unless you want to be put up there with him."
Well, it's not like I exactly moved out of the line.
Yeah, and then she gives the order
She
for
kills
everyone
you.
to keep marching.
She kills you. I'm still in line.
Alright, so
Are we there yet? Are we there
you
yet?
leave matter this way.
We're not on the map now.
Oh, whoops, I am on the map.
We're still in the building.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
So you leave matter west, back towards the way you came.
No.
Oh, no.
And then the path turns up going up the river. So you head you get to about here, and then you start heading north up the river.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys were in the mine for a while, so by the time you head up the path and start heading north up the river, you get to the river's edge, and they stop and start making a camp, and you guys are tied to a tree there.
Lovely.
Yeah, all your weapons are taken away from you, and all your stuff that's in like a bag is taken from you.
Did they take away my relaxing balls?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, I have them like hidden in my undergarments.
So we get to rest and stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
you guys can rest and
And lose my debility.
yes.
Yeah.
Did he still get -1?
Yeah, I think I still get it until I
He hasn't-
say that.
Yeah, he hasn't satisfied her
Wow,
Wow,
billionaire
that's
fight yet.
that is a bad.
It's a risk
debility.
reward. It's not
It's
that
like,
bad.
it's the kind of thing that you do if you're about to die.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, you guys can rest while you're tied to this tree. They have about 8 guards watching you like at all times.
All right, so let's discuss. Do we actually want to get out of this?
Well, I don't want to be
I
executed.
mean, what's the point?
You can see that most of the army's like very abusive towards Percival.
It's pretty clear that we can get out of this. Like, we have varying amounts of talent.
Don't have weapons.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We can get out of this. We can get our hands back on our equipment. We can get Percy out. It's a matter of whether we want to or not.
I have no spells though, that's the only problem. The only spells I have at the moment are Unseen Servant, Prestidigigigigigig, and Sleep.
Oh,
Sleep.
you can do plenty with those 3 spells.
Yeah, like Sleep, and I can break the handcastle with Prestidigigigigig, and then put everything on to Sleep, but well, not everyone, 4 people max.
Yeah, there's
You
like
can
50
maximize the
of them.
effect if you
Oh, if I get
get
10
the
plus.
10 plus. Yeah.
Yeah. All my other spells are either no.
I guess I
Yeah,
could
no problem.
Samson. If it
Yeah, you can
is-
Samson out of the chains, and I can like change into something really small to get out
And
of
I
the
could
chains.
soil them so that they become rusty and just snap them.
Yeah. What's the state of Shadwa? Is how is he chained?
Yeah, so they've put a chain around like his neck, and two of the guards are just like holding it. They haven't tied him to a tree or anything.
Okay.
Like you can see that he's not happy, but he's listening to you.
Yep.
Did you guys want to go to sleep and wake up in the morning, or are you gonna do anything?
Well, what do we want to do? What do we want to get out of this?
Where will we go?
Well, they're going to execute us anyway. I don't think they'll believe me about hating the king.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if I am 5,000 years old, they clearly cannot see wisdom.
So yes,
I guess.
and then if we do break out,
Yeah, we can't be.
where do we
Yeah,
go from there?
Where do we go? Unless we like knock them out on their armor, and then I somehow make them look like us.
I should say that you guys are like roughly in the middle of the camp as well.
No, we're not. We're on the
Yes.
outskirts.
Oh yeah, they put you like
They
they walked
just
up
left
this
us
mountainside
behind some
and
bushes.
tied you onto this tree on top of the mountain, like way
Really?
away from the camp.
Honestly, it doesn't matter at all where we are or what out. Like we can get out of this.
If you want to die,
If we're not going to die, it'll be easy to bust out of here.
Yeah, so someone comes up and like gives you some bread and water, like, and you can't
My
take
favorite.
it yourself, so they're actually feeding you.
As this person comes in, Harkin just says, "Why do you serve Kalira, whatever her name is,
Kalvara.
Kavara?"
Yeah, this is an orc. He says, I serve Kalvara because during the war,
She's hot.
Shh.
when she rose up, she was the only one that protected us. I mean, you see the elves in Ezra Forest, or the elves in the Black Forest, or even my people up in the mountains. They all squabble between themselves. Kalvara's united us. Sure, we may be different races, but together we are strong.
You see, I don't serve this so-called king that apparently endangers them.
Yeah, so he seems quite interested in that. Says, so what are you doing with these people then? And
I
especially,
left Ezra Forest because the ways of my people were quite isolated there. I wanted to get to know more people, more societies. And then I jumped into Totem here, and I like to just nod my head to his direction. We're practically brothers to this point.
I give him a wave.
Oh, your hands loose.
Yeah, your hands are. Yeah, I'll give him a wave. Whoops, I hide him behind my back.
he says, you, halfling.
Yeah.
We don't see many of you around anymore.
Nope. Most of them are enslaved.
I saw one that was enslaved like you.
Really?
Yeah, not from this land.
Male, female, age? Anything?
Female. I wouldn't know her age. Not sure about how these halflings age.
You see, and I open my mouth, point to my teeth. I'm like, the more teeth you have, the older you are.
Ah, well,
It's about 2 every year, but you know.
I didn't see her teeth, unfortunately.
Right. Where did you? Where was this? Where did you see it?
Yeah, I saw her around the dead lake.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was with this old man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
think he was a wizard or something.
Did you treat her well?
Oh, well enough, I guess. I mean, taking her
nice.
to the dead lake's probably not that nice.
No, I guess not.
That is
Probably.
where they threw all the halflings.
Yeah. Well, not me. I was privileged enough to escape that lovely fate.
Oh no, just the halflings in this land they threw in there. That's why we don't see many anymore.
Right.
So, Kalvara, you say she fights for all of you and unites us all.
Ah, yes, she does.
You see, I was told this holy story by these knights, Percival Goulet, that they were finding these trinkets to save people from Kalvara, as if she was some evil-bearing person.
Well, people often mistake evil for power.
You know, in the Dwarven cave, when we found out more about their past, and what this king has done, I was questioning who I was really fighting for. Now that you've shown the true side of Kalvara, I would like to know more.
Well, what would you like to know?
Firstly, I would like to know if it's possible that I can join your ranks.
Not right now, unfortunately. not in your position. But maybe after we take you to her, maybe she'll see you're good. Anyway, now that I've fed you, I better be off. Say, you guys stick around. I'll bring you something special tomorrow night. How about that?
Not like we're going anywhere, mate.
Yeah, I suppose not. I'll bring you something good though, something special. Not for
Thank
you. Not for you though. And he kicks like